Imagine finding a love so true, so lasting, that it fills every chapter of your life for nearly a century. Today, we're diving into the remarkable journey of Joe and Helen, a couple whose love has stood the test of time, with a story that began in the 1940s and has grown stronger with each passing year. Through their laughter, their tears, and countless lessons learned, Joe and Helen have unlocked the secrets of a happy, lasting love. And today, they're sharing those secrets with us. Let's rewind to a simpler time, the summer of 1943. Joe and Helen met by chance in a quiet park, surrounded by blooming flowers and warm sunshine. They were just two young hearts, both a little nervous, and yet somehow, they knew that something special was beginning. From that day forward, they promised each other they'd walk life's path together, no matter what. And walk it together, they did. Their journey took them through highs and lows, each one making them stronger, teaching them invaluable lessons about life, love, and what it means to truly stand by someone. Joe, recalling and with gentle laugh, said, "I knew she was the one the moment I saw her. She had this way of making the world seem a little brighter." Helen, with a smiling face said, "And he had this charm. I still see it every time he smiles at me." Now, decades later, Joe and Helen sit side by side on their cozy living room couch, hand in hand, ready to share what nearly a century of love has taught them. Their words are simple, yet profound, each one filled with the wisdom of a lifetime togetherness. Joe, with his gentle smile, leans over to Helen and says, "Respect, that's where it all starts. We didn't always agree, but we always listened to each other." Helen smiles back, nodding. "Yes, and kindness, you can't love someone for over 80 years without kindness, even on the hard days." When asked about the key to a lasting marriage, Joe said, as he smiles, "Find joy in the little things. We never needed fancy dinners or big adventures. A simple meal, a walk in the park, and her cinnamon rolls. That's the secret ingredient, a good cinnamon roll and a little laughter, that's happiness." Helen, nodding in agreement, said, "It's the ordinary days that add up to an extraordinary life. Like our Sunday mornings. Coffee, sunlight streaming in through the window, those are my favorite memories." They share how, for them, happiness was never about big adventures or grand gestures. It was about the little things, quiet Sunday mornings with coffee, afternoon walks in the park, holding hands through life's storms, and laughing together. It was about finding joy in each other's presence and choosing love, even on the days when it wasn't easy. On a crisp autumn day, they vowed to be there for each other, come what may. It was the start of a lifetime of promises kept. Joe said in a youthful excitement, "I promised to love her, no matter what life threw our way. And I meant it." Helen in a tender voice said, "And I promised to stand by him. Through every joy and every heartbreak." They faced loss, hardships, and setbacks. But through it all, they were each other's greatest support. Joe, calm and reflective, indicated, "Life isn't always easy, but when you have someone who believes in you, you find the strength to keep going." In a supportive mode, Helen added, "And forgiveness. There were days we stumbled, but we always forgave each other. You don't carry burdens like that into the next day." Their family grew, filled with children, grandchildren, and countless stories shared. Helen, with heartfelt, indicates, "Family is everything. We never missed a birthday or a family dinner. Those are the memories that last." Joe, with a chuckling voice, said, "And those grandkids, sure, keep us young. Every birthday, every family dinner, every moment spent surrounded by loved ones, these were the things that brought them true happiness." With each passing year, they found joy in watching their children, grandchildren, and even great-grandchildren grow, their love creating a legacy that would live on. Even as the years pass, they still find joy in each and every day. Helen playfully said, "Like our walks in the park, we've probably walked the same path 1,000 times, but it's still my favorite." Joe, smiling, and holding her hand, "After all these years, that never gets old." And through the ups and downs, they learned the power of forgiveness. Joe shares, "Life isn't always easy, but when you have someone who believes in you, you find strength. You learn to forgive because love isn't about being perfect. It's about understanding and moving forward." Helen adds softly, "We always forgave each other. You don't carry burdens into the next day, you hold on to each other instead of mistakes." For them, forgiveness was a promise to keep choosing love, even through life's hardest moments. In the end, they say, it all comes down to love. Helen, softly, full of emotion shares, "We're not the same people we were, back then, but the love." Joe, squeezing her hand said, "After everything, it's the love that lasts. That's what really matters." As they look out over the sunset, we're reminded that a life well lived isn't about perfection. It's about finding someone to share the journey, one day at a time. After everything, Joe says, it's the love that lasts. That's what really matters. Helen squeezes his hand, adding, "If I had to do it all again, I'd choose him every single time." And Joe, with tears in his eyes, says, "And I'd choose her, in this lifetime and the next." Joe and Helen's story reminds us that true love isn't about perfection, it's about finding someone who will walk life's path with you, one day at a time. Their journey shows us that love, kindness, forgiveness, and cherishing the little moments are what build a lifetime of happiness. Joe and Helen have given us the gift of their story, showing us that a love like theirs, true, enduring, and resilient, is the greatest treasure of all. If this story touched your heart, please consider giving this video a thumbs up, subscribing to our channel, and sharing it with someone you love. Let's keep Joe and Helen's legacy alive by spreading their message of forgiveness, love and kindness far and wide. Thank you for watching, and remember, in the end, it's the love that truly matters.